So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off. The excitement
match.
already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've heard only good things about this player, João Neves, Peter. He's very good under pressure, plays with an awful lot of courage, always wants to get on the ball, and positionally, very, very sound. He's a real asset for any team at number 6 or an 8.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Azar. Fernandez. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Played out to the left flank. Played back in. And the shot! Spectacular save!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's made its way to him. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And that is expertly dealt with. Messi. And that's gone loose. Now that looks a decent ball. Cristiano Ronaldo is wide and looking to get onto this. And it's Lopez. Nicely wet. Fermin! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Caught offside that time. The pass has gone astray. Now it's Martinez. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Azar. Fermin. That's an imaginative pass. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Chonburi have a free kick. Saliba moved on forwards. Chonburi looking to pass their way through. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Great vision. It's a pretty loose pass. Caicedo. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Martinez. Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Oyarzabal. McAllister. Now João Neves. And it's Lopez. And it's Lopez. Tielemans. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Chonburi have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Lopez. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Robertson. So what can they make of this? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. White puts the ball in. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that is doing no harm at all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Nicely shaped ball, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Caicedo. Now it's Oyarzabal. Robertson.
1 minute at a time.
White herring after the ball here. Fernandez. Engages and forces him off the ball. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Pinches it off him. Fermin tries to pass it through. Azar. And it's Fernandez. Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for options for movement. Now here's the delivery. Fermin. Robertson gets a foot in here. He won't be happy with that one. Fermin. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a searching pass. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Now, can they get him away? Soyuncu with the slide tackle there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ronaldo did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Tielemans. And it's Lopez.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
That's going to go a long way. Nicked it back promptly. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with some...
Big chance! And it's come back out to him. He's scored! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Mikel Oyarzabal.
We have got
Number
changes
10,
here from both sides, in
Messi.
fact.
Number 9,
Tunisia are in front now, the game's
Number
only goal.
22,
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Fernandez. Coming on the field, number 11, Mbappe.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Number 20,
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Mbappe!
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. Shot, surely! They've scored! And this is getting better and better. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss. Can he finish? He scores! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
That looks a cracking ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Indonesia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Nice interception, well timed. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can...
And he shoots! And the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Lucas Vazquez. Now it's Doku. Aims beyond the defence. Can he finish? It's a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now...
He's had a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Number 10,
Indonesia take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
5 minutes to add. Pass somewhat off target. Caicedo. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He has found a way through. Oh, robust challenge.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there.
Ronaldo getting this one clear. Griezmann. Now it's Haaland. And that's that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think we've all been hugely impressed by Wesley Fofana, Peter. You know, he came to England at the age of 18 and adapted amazingly well. And he has great ability in terms of his pace, his strength, his ability to cover the ground.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Caicedo. Mbappe! It's not an especially good pass, that. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Good take, and is he in? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Now he's off and running. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes.
And a chance! Azar. Caicedo. Fernandez. Mbappe. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And he's managed to get free. And they're quick to get it back. And it's De Bruyne. Eze! And that has been clubbed away. Cleared without hesitation. So we're still where we started. Chance for a shot! Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. He can get that clear.
De Bruyne really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Can he get it through? Shot a goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Alexander climbs up big. No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Guendouzi gathers from the goal kick. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that is a little undercooked. Messi. Now it's Hazard. And he welcomes it in. And he shoots! And one more try! There it is! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Number 10.
Chonburi have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Oh, good take in a good area. DiMarco. Valverde does well to get it back. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Fofana out to the right. Guendouzi. De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Caicedo. Now Mbappe. Now it's Messi. He has a look up. That's the keeper's ball. De Bruyne. And it's Eze. No, it's come to nothing. Jimenez. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Chonburi happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. De Bruyne. And the shot! It's there! Manchester United are back on level terms. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so...
Decent chance! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Caicedo. That is good alertness. And it's Eze. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Hazard. Well read, nice interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Shot could be on. Shapes to shoot! Cleared without complication.
28,599. Substitution on the field. Number 11, Mbappe. Number 9.
And that's aimed into the middle.
Number 10.
And that's been repelled.
Messi. Number 22.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Number
Oyarzabal
5,
powering forward here.
Caicedo. Coming on the field. Number 19.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Alexander-Arnold. Number 34.
Ball looks a good one.
Verratti.
He's found some space. Eze! Well, now it's a race. Oh, what has happened here? Cross in, looks like a good one. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Eze. And that's an errant pass. Marco Verratti.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, They're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Takes a shot!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. Doku. Fernandez. Played out towards the right wing.
Chonburi really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! And he's heaved it away.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you. Yeah, very good job he positioned himself there. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Robertson. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Doku. Zaire Emery.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's on the finish! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Keeper's dealt with that. And it's DiMarco. Chonburi are looking to go forward now. Chonburi are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can...
Can he finish? They want to be quick to recover this. And that should get the job done. Looking for the run. Oh, what a climb! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Substitution.
Manchester United have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He's had it taken off him. Saliba gets rid without sophistication. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? And that may well be that. That is that. Chonburi can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off.
Please make sure to watch the screen.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. That has been cut short. Safi Salih. Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Saliba tries to clear. Real chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Chonburi finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Eric Garcia. And it's Messi. Son Heung-min. Robertson.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Van de Ven. Rice. And it's Rice. Safi Salih, spread out to the left. Rice. Manchester United finding their passes. Now it's Doku, and he's managed to get free. That's a shade optimistic. Van Dijk makes the interception. Now it's Doku, and here's Mbappe.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Mbappe. Jimenez calmly anticipates. Could move up a gear here. He's had it taken off him. Rice. Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Fantastic! A finish of true class! And they're at it again in double quick time. One moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Grimaldo. Safi Salih. Danielson providing an outlet on that flank. He's found the way through. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Rice has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Mbappe! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Conte. Can he get it through? Caicedo gets into a good position. Can he finish? He scored! And they are right back within touch! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Chonburi give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Chonburi are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Doku. And it's Valverde. And this is Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Conte. Safi Sali. He's going to be disappointed with that.
2 added minutes has been
Shifted it to
indicated.
the flank. Safi Sali. And it's Van Basten. Fernandez. Son Heung-min. He won't be happy with that one. Safi Sali. Now it's Van Basten. There's the whistle for half-time.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately. Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Son Heung-min. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. But they've got it again. Van de Ven. And here's Son Heung-min. He has found the way through. Delivers the ball. Grimaldo attempts a clearance. Spread it left. Denilson. Denilson going face-to-face with his great rival. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now it's Mbappe. And he plays one through. He's through, it's what he's having a shot! It's a goal! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And it's Van Basten. And this is Torres.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
28,599.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That has ended up in no man's land. Played out to the left flank.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Mbappe.
Foot in.
Number 21, Doku. Number 14,
Nicely spread.
Son Heung-min.
Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position.
Caicedo. Number 22,
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Number 34, Verratti. Number 8, Alexander-Arnold.
Goes for the shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Fernando Torres. Fernandez does well to get it back. And here's Oyarzabal. Now it's Oyarzabal.
Chonburi may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threat.
And it's been given away. Alexander-Arnold. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Hazard. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And here's Hazard.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he cuts out the supply. He's away. He's had a shot. And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Fernandez. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Messi. Great pressure, plenty of it. Fire. Gets his head on it! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
Pass is just off target.
Manchester United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
He is through here. Threads one in. And the ball is out of play. Grimaldo. And it's Azar. Now it's Torres. That's beautifully weighted. Tries a shot!
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And yet another chance goes to waste.
Manchester United really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Van Basten! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Rice picks it up from the goal kick. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Now it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. Hoisted in. Eder Militao getting this one clear. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started.
I still feel that this man Diego Forlan is a little unappreciated, Peter, despite all of his achievements.
Why might that be?
I suppose the fact that success came slowly, his career has been a tale of patience and early setbacks, but that's what made him what he is now. In many ways, it's made him much stronger.
Short changes him with that pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Chamburi clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Just eases him off the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Palmer. Forlan. Climbs up big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Mikel Oyarzabal, chance here to counter. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's a super give and go. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. First quarter of an hour gone. Great defending, strong and determined. Oyarzabal is onto this, and here's the chance to counter. Ødegaard. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Camavinga. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Chonburi still without a single shot on target. Palmer. Saka. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Azar. Now it's Azar. And he's worked it through. And he's on his way! Oh, right place, right time.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Thinks one through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Half an hour played now.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Looking for a runner. Forlan. Now it's Palmer. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Palmer.
Chonburi certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Eder Militao gets good distance on it. And here's Azar. Now it's Fernandes. Palmer. Camavinga. He's in plenty of space here. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, that was vital. Azar. Eder Militao makes the interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's got his cross in. Azar. Mikel Oyarzabal. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Here we go again then.
Chonburi really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That's been slipped through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Probing pass.
Manchester United are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way-through zone.
Out towards the flank. Oh, important interception. Fernandez. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Tries to play it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gently done. He's shifting through the gears here. He's on it. Can he get away? Real chance! It's fallen kindly here. It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number 9.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Number 14.
Now it's Mbappe.
Son Heung-min. Number 16.
Valverde. Valverde with the cross. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
The attendance for this match
Odegaard.
was
Chonburi do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Good take, and is he in? Manchester United can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And here's Mbappe. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Fernandez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Akanji, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And this is Forlan. Fernandez. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Mbappe. Out to the right. And here's Son Heung-min. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Son Heung-min. Saka. Stood up well to him there. Great vision. Oh, that is a... Mbappe! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Forlan chasing after it. And it's Fernandez. Fernandez. And here's Mbappe. And that has put paid to that. Camavinga. And it's been played through. And he gets rid in a hurry. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he was quick to react. Not the most accurate pass. Camavinga. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Mbappe. He's one-on-one, and the shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Robertson. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Played into space. He's found the way through. Might be danger here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Mbappe. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Ødegaard. Son Heung-min. And he was alert to it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rafinha puts his foot on the gas. Thinks about the shot. It's a promising position. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The fans
and
have pulled
welcome
out
to
all the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Fermin. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty... Way off the ball! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Costa Curta. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get on the end of this? Van Dijk. Caicedo. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Just eases him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, it's Van Basten. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Fernandez. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Fernandez. Shot, surely! That's a half-decent try. And we have our very first corner. Fermin! He's missed, but not by that far. So we're still where we started right now. Fermin. And here's Oyarzabal. And this is Messi. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And he's gone long. Pass somewhat off target. Messi. This looks promising. Looking for options for movement. Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rijkaard. Davids. That's a good run down the left. An instinctive delivery. And that's the keeper's ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Cannavaro with a definite foul there. Caicedo. And it's Valverde. Oh, that's a fine interception. Maradona. Now Davids. Over to the left. Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Valverde. And here's Messi. And he was alert to it. Maradona. And it's Davids. And it's Neymar. Threads one in. It's out for a goal kick. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. What a throw in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Caicedo. Now it's Lopez. Now it's Messi. Good ball, good take. Oyarzabal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh no, he's got that wrong. And here's Oyarzabal. Messi. Pickford claims comfortably. Caicedo does well to get it back. Oyarzabal tries to pass it through. He has a look up.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Decent chance! Neymar. Davids. And we hit half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
A quick reminder.
So your views on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Chonburi are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Neymar plays it. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Messi. Neymar. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Rijkaard. Well, that'll do under the circumstances. Neymar. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Messi. Now it's Oyarzabal. Knocks it out wide. Robertson. Rijkaard. Robertson has been caught there. It's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
19, Mikel Oyarzabal.
And it's Robertson.
Number 10, Messi. Number
Whistle's
16,
gone, that's a foul.
Fermin. Coming on the field.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Look, we can't say that's a surprise, Peter. He knew what the consequences were. He really did.
Number 18, Neymar. Substitution in progress. The attendance for this match was 29,950.
And that's a throw-in.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
He's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Neymar. Neymar calmly anticipates. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Stood up well to him there. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Played out towards the right wing. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Quality ball. And it's Neymar. Chonburi perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well timed, excellent interception. Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Nepal really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Doku receives it in a good position here. And he's lost his man here. Tries a shot! Neymar. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Gets a good foot in there.
Chonburi really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Pickford breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And here's Batistuta. Good, strong midfield running here.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that could set him on his way. Doku showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Batistuta. Oh, it's come loose. Jimenez clears it away.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, it's Van Basten. Chance here to counter. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Doku.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That has been cut short. The final seconds now. Chonburi finding their passes. And there goes the final whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this guy, Donnarumma, really is a generational talent, Peter. I suppose you have to be good if you're a goalkeeper and your name's Gianluigi. He really has inherited the mantle from his namesake. There might be room for improvement with his kicking, but otherwise, he is nigh on perfect.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And this is Bale. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And here's En-Nesyri. Oh, that... En-Nesyri! Oh, that was no routine save.
En-Nesyri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Fernandes clears it away. And he was alert to it. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Bale. And he whips and shoots! Goal! Manchester United! First blood drawn. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Chonburi finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Kostic. Saliba makes the interception. That's a sharp pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Fernandes. Back into the middle. Oh, that was very necessary.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Caicedo. Couldn't squeeze it through. Cash.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ambitious ball here. Kostic picks it up out wide. And he's taking no chances there. That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to pass it through. Jimenez is there and he can get that clear. Fernandes.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Robertson. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Corner number 2 then. Kostic. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. And the pass is intercepted. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kostic. And it's Kostic. Messi, given the lift of his goal. That pass has been well intercepted.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Messi looking to run onto it. And it's Hazard. And here's Mbappe.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And for a moment, time stood still. Chonburi have their third corner. Punched away. It's Hazard! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Bale. Kostic receives it in a wide position. He gets big! No, not the best of headers. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Messi.
There will be
Thumps
one
it
minute
clear.
added time.
That'll be a throw. Foot in. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please take this
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
That gets things going for the second half.
Chonburi can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Driving forward. Distributed tidily. Gehi attempts a clearance. Van Dijk. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball. Oh, what has happened here? Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Chonburi looking to pass their way through. Fernandes. Now it's Messi. That's been slipped through. Fernandes. Time and again they are repelled. Messi. Fernandes does really well to win the ball there. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. En-Nesyri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Was 28,599.
So we've reached the hour mark. Chonburi finding their passes. He's in a great position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And claimed it back swiftly. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Defending of the desperate variety. And that is a little undercooked.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now that's well seen too. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Look at the space here.
Chonburi really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Kostic goes on a charge down the left. Bale. And here's Messi. Chance for a shot! Sticks it away! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's En-Nesyri, played into space. He can run onto that. Donnarumma claims comfortably. Threads one in, and he plays one through. And he's in on goal. Fling, big header. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Bellingham. That's an excellent interception. Bellingham plays it in. And out it comes again. Good ball, good take.
Chonburi are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
It's a pretty loose pass. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. He's looking wide. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Camavinga. Bellingham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's picked his way through. Great chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Oh, that's fabulous. Bellingham! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He can get that clear. And that's that. Chonburi perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Chonburi desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And they can counter here. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Foot in. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's well spotted. Robertson. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Chance, surely! Yes! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Chonburi penetrate first. It is a truly... He's got the goal! That was mighty close. Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Caicedo. Taz. Barnes. Barnes! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Barnes deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Corner number 2, then. That's a decent clearance. Crosses it in. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Aimed beyond the defence. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Azar. Now there's a fine ball. That's really well cleared. Chonburi have reclaimed it. Tries to pass it through. What a save! Can he finish? It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Hazard. It's Hazard! Good trying. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Kukçu. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's picked his way through. Kukçu. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. He has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Decent chance! Sticks it away! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Hazard. Hakimi. He's a sharp little ball here.
Has been indicated.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Valverde. Fernandez. Van Dijk. And there's the end of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Chonburi head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now, this could be a chance. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oyarzabal. Oh, super, but takes a shot! And it's in! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Mikel Oyarzabal. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field, number
Chonburi
11,
can now introduce
Mbappe.
the first of their
Number
substitutes.
16, Fermin.
Chonburi go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been...
Real chance! They've done it! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Casemiro. Azar. Casemiro. Great vision. And he cuts out the supply. And for a moment you
The
felt that was
attendance for
going
this match
somewhere,
was
but they'll have to go again.
29,950.
Chonburi perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Mbappe goes for a shot! Really well taken goal. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Fernandez puts his foot on the gas. And here's the chance to counter. Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No way through. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Kukçu. And it's Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Hakimi. And Casemiro. Hazard. Fermin.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Played out to the right. Mbappe. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Oh, this looks sharp. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Caicedo. Now it's Neymar. Lopez. But he's well positioned here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hazard with the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Paz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's heaved it away. Hazard. Spread neatly. Well timed, excellent interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Mbappe receives it in a good position. Shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
After 86 minutes is number 11, Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Substitution in progress.
you